Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a little while since I've made a video, but I'm gonna try to make them daily. By that, I'm batching all these videos, so if I wear the exact same outfit in like a week's worth, that's why. I changed my clothes, I swear. But today, we are going to be reacting to the Disney Sniffer conspiracy theory by the Joe Bartman himself. He didn't let me react to this. Please don't sue me. Also, I don't know why you would. I have like 5 subscribers. By the way, please subscribe so I can feed my family. Okay, thank you.
Very special today. If you read the title of the stream, what are we doing today, chat?
I did not.
What are we doing today? I've mentioned it multiple times.
Did not watch the stream.
I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm doing. What are we doing today? What are we doing? Somebody please explain. The Sniffer. The Disney Sniffer conspiracy theory. It is a theory concocted and crafted by Joe Bartolozzi with the help of like some of my chatters 8 months ago. Probably longer than that. We're going to give a quick rundown before I get into the presentation. About a year ago, I was on stream making up conspiracy theories with my chat. One of
Bro, look at that G Fuel. I want a G Fuel fridge. I don't know where. I'd put it like right here. There's nothing right here, and I need something right there. So, G Fuel, if you want to, you can sponsor me, and I would not care. Please sponsor me. Please.
The Disney Sniffer conspiracy theory. Most of the theories that we came up were pretty stupid, but this one is very serious. Now, some of you are looking at this, and you're saying to yourself, Joe, this looks so unprofessional. Your tie isn't tied. I know how to tie my tie. Do you guys want a little tie lesson before we get into this?
Let's see it.
You might be saying to yourself, this looks like a school PowerPoint. It is. Okay, it's a school fucking PowerPoint. I made a 22-slide presentation for you guys on why the Disney Sniffer exists and all this other shit, okay? I spent 2 hours on this, okay?
What?
I'm not lying. I have sources for this conspiracy theory. This is serious.
How? It's a man.
Let's learn how to tie a tie with Joe Bart. Before we get
Let's go. Let's see this.
Tips and tricks.
So I did FFA for a year, and while we were doing that, we had to learn how to tie a tie. I don't know how to tie. I still don't know how to tie a tie. He showed me one time. I almost strangled myself. That was a fun experience. Then I had my friend do it. He almost strangled me. Less fun because I wasn't the one strangling. Yeah. So let's see if Joe Bart, the man also known as the leader of the Bart Farts, can teach us how to tie a tie.
From the Bart man. Then you're gonna go around the loop. Fuck! It's caught on my goddamn headset. It's in my headset. Hold up. Hold up. Fucking shit. Fuck!
The Disney Sniffer. The Disney Sniffer. Is Joe the Disney Sniffer?
You put the small end in the back. You go the big end over. You go the big end around.
Honest Joe,
I'm not reading any donos until I'm done.
Honestly, I don't care about tying a tie.
The Disney Sniffer by Joe
Let's see it.
Hold up. But I know. Okay? Before you even say this looks like a shit presentation, I know. Should I add music?
That looks like the kind of presentation that I would use for my school projects. By the way, anyone that has to do a project and freaking has to talk in front of people, how do you do that? My goal is just to stare like right above their head, so it looks like you're looking at them, but also I shake like I'm about to have a seizure every time that I have to present to something.
This is way too dramatic. I need something that's like not too much.
I think that's a little much.
X-Files music, that's definitely copyrighted. Editors, cut this out. This is not going into the YouTube part, right? The YouTube has to be fucking seamless. It needs to be a great one. Disney.
Let's see
1909 to 1966.
Got it.
Lived a pretty short life, but during his life, he accomplished many things. One of which is being the founder of Disney. I know.
There's facts.
I know,
there's facts.
Astonishing. Astonishing.
Do you know why? Some people say the reason why they made the Frozen movie, so is when you search up Walt Disney Frozen, it shows you the movie and not that he froze his head or something. So when we could like regrow body parts from stuff, he would be able to, freaking come back to life.
Created the iconic Mickey Mouse. After success in the cartoon, animation, and movie industry, Walt set his eyes on building a theme park. Disney World and Disneyland. Their own government.
I've never been there. Have any of you guys been to Disneyland and/or World? I want to go. By the way, if you're a father or mother, don't take your kids when they're like 5. They're not gonna remember it. Take them when like they're 10 or something. Like so they actually remember what's going on and not just there was a big mouse that scared the absolute poo-poos out of me.
Have heard that Disney World is so large that it even has its own government. This is a quote here. The Disney World Resort in Central Florida consists of 4 theme parks, countless hotels, water parks, golf courses, a shopping and nightlife district, and even its own public transit system. But Disney World isn't just a resort. It's its own government. That's the source right there, the New Republic, if anybody doesn't believe me here. Reedy Creek Improvement District is the formal name for the land on which the magic happens, meaning that the Reedy Creek Improvement District is what it used to be before Disney World. Make sense? Walt was a strict man.
Got it.
Walt basically had an entire empire under his legal control. This, coupled with the fact that he was notably a strict man, led to an almost dictator-like ruling over the park's workers. Quote here, Walt Disney was also cruel and controlling to his employees, terrorizing them with humiliating dressing down. A dressing down is a severe reprimand. So I'm just giving you a little bit.
Is it dressing down like they make them strip? Like just, whoop, I'm taking off my clothes, whoop. Yeah, like that. But is that what it is? Because I feel like that's illegal. I don't think you're allowed to do that to your employee. I could be wrong. Maybe you can, but I don't think you can. I feel like that's illegal.
Background on how Walt is as a person, okay? Walt Disney, a very ruling dictatorship-esque man. He was above everyone else, not even close. Nowhere near a democracy. He was the man that ran the park. Disney even once kicked out his own brother, Roy, out of a meeting for recommending different music for the park, saying, go back down and keep the books to his own.
Wow. So what if his wife decided not to make his favorite lasagna or something like that? Like, did he just kill her or something? It's like, how dare you not make a pesto Rioni's top tier lasagna? Now that you're gonna have to go disappear. That's the only thing that you can do. Bye wife. Goodbye.
Own brother. Just shows you how strict of a man this guy was. Walt Disney ruled Disney with an iron fist. Disney workers follow many rules. Okay, that's cut off by my face cam. That doesn't fucking matter. Some rules that most people know. No visible tattoos. Okay?
I can see that. Makes sense.
That's very known. They can't say the phrase, I don't know. They must always be in character. They can never break character. That's something that's just widely known by a lot of people if they've ever been to Disney. A lot of people fuck with the characters trying to make them break character, and they won't. And they can't point. They cannot point. They have to do a 2-finger gesture. These are just some.
What's wrong with pointing? It's like, hey, yeah, the pop. Oh yeah, little girl. I don't know who I'm Disney character I'm trying to be, but hey, little girl, the popcorn machine's that way. Gotta point like this. Gotta point like. There we go. Not like that. Like this.
Some base ground rules to show how Walt's kind of very specific on what he likes in his park. You know what I mean? Nothing too odd about this. A bit weird that he would say, oh, you have to do a 2-finger gesture, but, you know, nothing too out of the ordinary. Is it because
Mickey only has 2 fingers?
But here's a rule that stands out to me at the Walt Disney World Park. Something that seems normal at first. Here's a quote here. Cast members must turn in their character costumes at the end of their shift, and those with regular uniforms aren't allowed to wear them for personal use. Seems normal at first, right?
That does make sense.
Why would they allow their employees to take,
Yeah, no, because I would sell that and make mega bucks. That makes sense that they're not allowed to take their employee uniforms and stuff home.
Costumes that are worth a lot of money home, especially if they don't have many extra pairs of them in case something goes wrong. But now we're getting more in depth into that rule. Disney workers not only have to wear and return company uniforms, they also have to wear and return employee underwear.
What if I just don't wear it? Like, what? Like, just imagine, so you have your group of friends, right? You go to work, say that group of friends that you know, like that group of friends at school, or just guys at school, you know, and then you go, and you have to completely strip and put on the underwear. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. That's like a just me thing, maybe. I don't know, but I would just wear my own underwear. I wouldn't think that, oh yeah, they have to sniff the underwear or something, unless if they like poop themselves, obviously. But unless if you like don't get a streak or something, then they would either have to touch it and feel if it was like sweaty or something, maybe, depends on how sweaty you are down there. This is a very weird conversation. Or they have to sniff it to see if they can smell you. Is that also illegal? That does not seem legal.
That's weird, right?
It is very weird.
Have you ever heard of employee underwear and it being a rule that they must wear them? Disney and the Teamsters Union have a tentative agreement to assign workers individual undergarments by the Los Angeles Times. That's a quote from there. Many of the characters must wear Disney-issued jock straps, tights, or bike shorts underneath their costumes. Each night, they turn in their undergarments. So they wear them for the day, they pick them up, they put them on, they wear them for the day, and they return them, okay? With the rest
Especially
of their
the person that has to, like,
home,
pick
then they
up
pick
the
a different
underwear
set
and
the
clean
next
it.
day, right? A humble question. How do they know? How would they know if the employees wear the employee underwear? Walt was a very strict man with every rule that he ever placed into Disney World.
I just saw one of the chat to say, I will purposely shit my pants. So they know that I wear it. Like, would they fire you if you just pooped your pants constantly on end every day? Or would they, like, have to get a specialist to, like, help you with your bowel movements? Is the bowel movement specialist a thing?
That strictness would carry on into the undergarment rule, right? Every other rule is wildly enforced to the point where if you mess up even a few times, you're fired. So even though he's no longer living, the rules that are in place and the strictness that is in place are still followed. Meaning the underwear rule must also be strictly followed. To find out the answers, we must first look at what they can't do. Okay, to see if the workers are wearing the employee-assigned underwear. What's stopping them? What's stopping them from wearing their own underwear during the day and not wearing the employee-issued underwear? You know what I mean? How are they going to know who's doing what, right? They're never going to know. They can't watch the Disney workers change, right? That would be illegal. They cannot make the Disney workers show that they are wearing the underwear. That's kind of in the wild range here. That could be considered illegal if non-consensual. You know what I mean? Okay, don't look at the pictures yet. So what?
Okay, yeah, streaking, clean underwear, I think, and someone had explosive diarrhea in their underwear.
What can they do? They can.
The picture. Why? Why did he choose the explosive diarrhea? Just like.
So what can they do? They can inspect the underwear when it's returned. That's the only thing they can do, right? Because they can't spy on them while they're putting the employee underwear on, and they can't watch them take it off. They only can get it when it's returned, and they have no way of knowing whether or not they wore their own underwear.
I need to get a new headset, because this thing just like jitters or something. Like, it just sometimes the sound is just staticky. And, like, I still kind of hear it, but it's, like, clipping a lot. And I just need to get a new headset.
Employee underwear, unless they inspect it. However, just looking at the underwear would not tell if the workers followed the rules. Unless there were noticeable stains like feces, blood, and urine, okay? These are some examples. These are a fresh pair. Nothing wrong in the middle here, but, you know. And nevertheless, my point is, if there's noticeable markings, then they would know, okay, the employee wore the underwear today. But if there's not noticeable markings, How would they know? And here's a key piece of info. Disney World and Disneyland are both set in hot areas.
Oh my
Orlando,
God.
Florida in Disney World, and Anaheim, California in Disneyland. Here's a temperature graph that I researched, showcasing the average temperature of every month throughout the year in Orlando, Florida, and Anaheim, California. As you can see,
it doesn't get too
generally
hot.
speaking, the coldest
Orlando.
it ever gets in Orlando is about 71 degrees Fahrenheit average. I mean, obviously, there's some days where it's colder, but in broad, it's a very hot state. And you know, Anaheim's a bit cooler, but consecutively as well, it's a hot area to be in, right? The workers are outside, and they're just out in the heat in Florida and Anaheim, California. Another key piece of info. Disney World and Disneyland are both humid, right? This is the humidity graph of every.
I'm saying though, they have to sniff that ball sweat. Just saying, they have to sniff it, but they have to like get in. It's like when have you ever like needed to make sure that your pants or something were clean, so you just sniffed it there? It's like, oh, they're clean. I don't smell anything. Okay, let's go swim in jeans. Yeah, so like the average Samaritan does.
Showing that the humidity levels are very high in both Anaheim, California, and Orlando. Well, this is Los Angeles. Who gives a fuck? It's Los Angeles. Humidity graphs here showing about 80% humidity for the peak summer months, and even during the winter months, pretty high humidity, around 50-60%, right? Going back to previous info, they cannot spy on the workers. They can't implement cameras.
No, they can't.
They can't watch them change. And they can't ask them to show that they're wearing the employee underwear. So what is a hot and humid...
Well, I feel like they could put cameras if they had consent from all the workers. I feel like that's something that they could do. Just like in your not your application, but when you sign off on your job, there's like an extra page just saying it's okay that we put cameras in the locker room. It's okay to watch you change. No? Is that not a thing? I bet it probably isn't a thing. I'm just saying, I feel like it's something that they might do. You know, I'm gonna skip some of this. The Disney... Never mind.
Environment, the information
We
that
only
I just
got 5
showed
more
you,
minutes left.
do to a person? This is a question from my chat, even though you could just see the answer. What does it do? Sweat. Sweat. Yes, sweat. Thank you. Okay? That was my key.
Someone
piece of
say
info
freeze.
in showing you these slides back here is to show that everybody sweats, okay? So what does this mean? Disney World is strict about every rule they have in place since the formation of Disney World and Disneyland. They must be strict about employee underwear, right? If they're strict about every other rule, they must be strict about the underwear rule as well. And if the only way they can know for certain if someone is wearing the underwear legally is from the smell, because everybody sweats, then that must mean that there is an individual who smells the underwear after it is returned. For Walt Disney's ideologies to be in place, for his rules to be strict, they need to know if someone wore the underwear. And they can't tell 100% of the time if somebody wore it based on the look. I mean, there are the times that they can if somebody pissed themselves or there's a little racing stripe or something. You know what I mean? But every time someone wears that underwear outside, dressed as, name Disney characters, Mickey, Minnie, Donald Duck, Cinderella, anytime they're dressed as them for 8 hours on end, in Disney World outside where it's a humid and hot environment, they're sweating, and that sweat is smellable, which means the Disney Sniffer exists. The only question that remains, who is the Disney Sniffer?
Imagine that's your job, right? You're excited going to go work for Walt Disney. You watched Mickey Mouse when you were younger, freaking the clubhouse and everything. And then when you get there, the job that they have you do is sniff underwear. I would just quit. Unless if it paid, like, insanely well. Like, insanely. You have to pay me, like, $40 an hour. Or, like, $87 an hour. Or something for me to sniff people's underwear. I bet there's some people that would do that for free. I'm just not one of them. That's what you're into. Not gonna judge. I'm just judging a little bit. Like, this much. It's actually like this much. I'm lying to them.
It may, at one point, have been Walt Disney himself. Okay, it may have. I can't discredit that. I have no way of knowing. Walt is dead, though. Walt.
That's why he made the rule, so he could sniff people's underwear. Oh, my God, he's a genius. Well, for that kind of person, not me though. No, that's weird. I don't want to sniff people's underwear. That's just creepy.
Walt Disney is dead, and no. Before anybody tries to give me that dumb conspiracy theory that Walt Disney is still alive and they froze his body.
Bro, I said that at the beginning of the video.
And he's rejuvenated and he's hiding somewhere in Cuba or something like that. No. So someone else must be the Disney sniffer. But who? Such an important role in maintaining order and discipline among
Disney
workers.
sniffer.
It must be somebody Walt would trust. It's been in front of us this whole time. Look. Look at all these photos. Mickey, the right-hand man. Michael Theodore Mouse. It's been here the whole time. And we never knew. Walt's right-hand man. We're gonna just do a quiet showcasing of this real quick. Okay? Michael made Walt famous. Michael was there the entire way.
Wait. I just like zoned out. His first name's Michael. Michael freaking what? Michael blank mouse. Michael Theodore the mouse, maybe? Is that his name? Maybe? Oh no. Theodore sounds like maybe a Mickey's name. His name's Michael? Did not know that. I thought it was Mickey Mouse. I thought his first name was Mickey and his last name was Mouse. I thought that... What is Goofy's last name? Goofy Dog? Goofy Ronald Reagan?
Weird, right? Michael's one of the most recognized characters in the world, and the most in Disney, okay? And here's a little fact about mice. Mice have a good sense of smell.
They do.
So good that they are suspicious of anything that smells a little too fresh. They don't like places that are too clean. They are in search of crumbs and a little clutter. A mouse is the perfect candidate for the Disney sniffer. Famous quote from one of Walt's earliest and most popular films, Mary Poppins. Everybody's seen Mary Poppins.
Yo,
it's one of his
Snapple,
films that brought him into
I
success.
drink a
The
lot of
famous
these in a
quote from
day.
Mary Poppins is,
You know,
why
so
do
you should
always
give you
complicate
should
things that are
sponsor
really
me.
Quite simple. It's been in plain sight this whole time. But what would Mickey look like? What would real life Mickey Mouse look like, right? Like, these are all the sightings of Michael Theodore Mouse are either through cartoons or inaccurate costumes that people wear of him. So what would Mickey,
Those
Michael
like
Theodore Mouse, the
creepy
Disney sniffer,
Reddit
really look like?
pictures.
Because these are not accurate depictions of Michael Theodore Mouse.
Oh my God, I was correct.
These are some artists.
I was correct of the creepy Reddit pictures. How? Okay, let's go over this one. This one, it's if the spider bite actually gave the Spider-Man cancer. Pedophile. Realistic mouse. I want to say the Backyardigans, but I don't think it's that. The one with like the gerbil, the turtle. I bet there's another animal, and they like flew around or something. They had some weird adventures. Yeah, that, and then he's part of that crew. I want to say the Backyardigans, but I feel like that's wrong.
Depiction. I would say the third one is more so what I would resonate with the real life Mickey, the real life Disney sniffer looking like, right? Obviously the one all the way on the left is kind of terrifying, but number 3 is kind of resonating with me, like a slightly above average looking mouse, or above average tall. Like, that's a tiny mouse. That looks like literally a mouse.
No,
in a Mickey
I feel
costume,
like that Mickey
or a
would
gerbil
be
or something. This
like
looks like the real Mickey.
4'6"
now,
or something.
I do have to have a slight
4'5".
message here. There is a chance that it's another mouse in the Disney realm. Okay, it might not be.
Minnie
It might be
Mouse.
dead. Okay, in which case there has to be another one. And here's some candidates. Remy the rat. I know he's not really a mouse.
That's a possum. That's a possum. Come on, man, that's a possum. Yeah, rat. Those two. He goes to the Orlando one, and he goes to the Los Angeles one. Or is that in the same place? Is that near? I don't know if it's Los Angeles, Orlando, I don't know. And then he's a Mexican mouse that can run fast and has a gun.
But a rat nevertheless.
So he's not even
kind of a real life image of Remy the rat. I think that's actually a possum.
I said it.
But it kind of looks like Remy the rat. Okay. Then you have I think this is Jack and Gus Gus from Cinderella. And then who is this fuck? Oh my God, what is his name? Feeble Mouskowitz. Not Speedy Gonzalez, right?
Say
so these
Jamal.
are the other candidates. In conclusion, Mickey Mouse, a.k.a. Michael Theodore Mouse.
I was correct. I thought I heard that.
He smells the underwear of Disney employees to make sure that they are wearing the employee underwear. And he also seemingly lives in the depths of Disney, right? We've never seen him before, but we know he exists. So he has to be in hiding, okay? And probably in a dark room right now sniffing the underwear as we speak. These are my sources. Now do a G Fuel ad. I'm not doing a G.
Okay, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you, freaking Joe Bartatosi, for letting me freaking do this. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Make sure that you do like and subscribe. Goodbye!